Hi everyone, and welcome to Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final. Nashville taking home Game 1 with a score of 3-0, led by Colton Sissons, James Neal, and Mike Fisher. Starting goaltenders remain the same for Game number 2 as Rene and Anderson gets the nod in goal. And a couple key lineup notes as Burrows and Wilson remain out with injuries, and the remaining of the lineup stays the same. It should be another good one here in the nation's capital. Settle down and enjoy this one, folks. This one is taken by MacArthur. He's bumped off the puck by Subban. Puck along the half wall in the Nashville zone. Auberg along the wall. Bumps it out. Carlson keeps it in. Turris couldn't get a shot through. Carlson battling with it at the line. And that one makes its way out of the Nashville end. Ottawa regroups back in their own zone. Carlson through center. Tries to slice through. Forsberg got in the way there. Back comes Nashville. Here's Forsberg. Carlson trailing. Forsberg, a shot from well out. Stopped by Anderson. And that one makes its way to the corner where it's gathered back by Ottawa. Ryan down the other way. Jams the brakes. Shot off the short side. That might have hit the post. Either way, Rene able to keep that one out as Rene circles back in front to Turris. And a good read of the play by Subban, able to get that one out. To scramble in the neutral zone. Forsberg steps in across Smith. Couldn't get the shot through, and out comes Ottawa. Ceci leading the rush. Across the blue line. Finds Brassard. A shot stopped by Rene. Glove down. We'll get our first whistle of this game. Great save by Pekka Rene. Hot start for Ottawa. Nashville a little bit on their heels. But that's exactly the kind of game Ottawa wants to get going. They weren't able to get their cycle game going. They weren't looking for chip and chase early in game number 1, and that's something they want to establish here early. Also, you got to use the crowd's energy if you're Ottawa. That's something they failed at doing in game number 1, and with a fresh start right here, they'll really be looking to capitalize on that. For Nashville, they just want to keep up the defensive pressures. They've been all over the Ottawa forecheckers in game 1, and of course timely scoring. You got Colton Sissons, the first center of the first line, replacing out Ryan Johansson, and they'll be looking to get more goals out of him. So here we are, almost halfway through the first. Shot by Nashville, never got through to Anderson, and out comes Ottawa. Hoffman, key player in this series. Can he get a little bit hotter here in game number 2? Smith, a shot from the point, glove down by Anderson, and he holds that one. Yarncrook and Pajot facing off to the right of Anderson. Ottawa wins that one cleanly. Wideman couldn't get it out. Here's Goodrow, a shot off the side of the goal, stopped by Anderson, point blank. Smith, Yarncrook, shot deflected wide. Back to the point, Goodrow. It's Erwin Goodrow to Weber. He's got room. Weber shot, a trickler on Anderson, and he shuts the 5-hole. Good chance for Yannick Weber, stepping up into some open ice. And just prior to that, Goodrow with a good chance off the side of the net, and Anderson another solid save. Both goalies have been excellent, although Anderson getting the short end of the stick in game number 1. But they'll be looking for repeat performances for their respective teams. Here's Fiddler, side of the net. McLeod gets that one deep into the Ottawa end, and Wideman skates that one out, chased by Watson. And finally, Ottawa gets it out, dumped in by Ottawa. It's Irwin in behind the net. Watson up to McLeod. And that play is onside with Watson walking in. A shot never got through. And Kelly comes back the other way. Ottawa on a line change. And it's Stallberg down the right side. Corner wall, Wideman to the point. Phaneuf, Smith, shot off the body and wide. Rene got a little bit carried away from his net. And lucky for him, that puck just went wide. Nice hit by Phaneuf on Watson right near the Ottawa bench. And in comes Ottawa. Here's Stone across the line. Makes a move on Subban. It's turned away. And back comes Nashville. Arvidsson. A hard hit there by Weidman. And up comes Ottawa. It's Smith. Half wall. Here's Weidman. A shot stopped by Rene. And he covers that one up like a sponge. A minute 58 left in the first period. Scoreless game so far. Both goaltenders been terrific. And each team getting chances on goal. Peugeot wins the draw. Side of that, Pyatt shot it wide. What a great chance for Tom Pyatt and a set play by Ottawa. Couldn't make Nashville pay. Peugeot a shot. That one goes wide. A great chance. Again for Ottawa. Peugeot keeping up the pressure on Subban. Almost turns it away. And Smith comes out for Nashville. Craig Smith. A shot. The backhander. Yarncrook turned aside by Anderson. Shot right in front. And Anderson with the save again. And that'll do it for period number 1. Entertaining period. Chances at either end, especially late in this period. But neither team able to find the back of the net. And Ottawa remaining in this game, contrary to game number 1, after 20 minutes. We'll be back, folks. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the nation's capital, where Ottawa and Nashville battling it out for game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Shots at the end of the first period, 5-3 in favor of Nashville, while Ottawa having the edge in hits, 7-5. We'll see if we can get our first goal here in the second period. Sisson peels back, finds Auberg, who looks for Forsberg, and that one just goes off his stick. Battle along the wall. Ryan finds MacArthur, who finds Turris. A shot from well out, gloved down by Rene, and he freezes the puck. Both teams having success on the offense, but limiting second chances. Ottawa maybe running around a little bit in that first period, but other than that, spotless, and the record shows as we're tied at 0. MacArthur, a hot shot off the blocker. Rene, that one pops in behind him. Puck's along the wall. MacArthur steps out. Ryan, shot stopped by Rene, and it's taken away by Nashville. Auberg trying to get past Mathot. He does to Sissons, and a hot shot coming to Anderson. Never got through. Here's Ottawa back the other way. MacArthur a chance, and Rene jumps on that puck. How about that? MacArthur seemingly had an open net. Now we'll see what happened here. Stone with the shot, the rebound. Looked like MacArthur had that one right on his stick, and Subban got in the way at the right time. Or else Ottawa had a 1-0 lead here in game number 2. Shot from the point, Ceci redirected by Stone, and Rene had to make an alert save on that one. And out comes Nashville. Arvidsson through the middle to Neal, and he's turned away at the line. Back comes Phaneuf. Half wall. Stone, Phaneuf. Shot. Didn't get through, and back comes Arvidsson. Fisher. Here comes Fisher. A shot stopped by Anderson, and that one goes below his goal line. And it's taken away by Arvidsson. Battling with Ceci. A shot right in front. Fisher got that feed from Arvidsson, and Anderson with a great save, point blank. Yossi taken away by Stone. Couldn't get it out front, and back comes Nashville. Arvidsson trying to go wide around the Ottawa defense. Gets the puck in deep for Neal to chase in after it. And that puck is in deep. Weidman looking up the ice to Pyatt. Peugeot. Hoffman, he's got a break. Shot stopped by Rene. Shutting down the bottom of the net. Rene, very athletic. Here comes Goodrow stepping in. Couldn't get a shot through. Yarncrook does. And Anderson with the quick glove save. Just past halfway this second period. And here's a great look at the Hoffman chance. Got by the Nashville defense. And Rene, the athletic The athleticism on his part, able to shut down the bottom of the net. Here's come Carlson rushing in with speed. Gets to the goal line. Method shot stopped by Rene. He plays it off to Yannick Weber, who battles it out with Dzingel. Dzingel walks away with his shot stopped by Rene. And that puck is loose. Nashville trying to get it out, couldn't do it. Dzingel, another shot stopped by Rene. Dzingel, couple chances back to back, and Nashville scrambling here a little bit to close out this second period. Method, Stallberg in his own zone. Ryan makes its way to Carlson. He's going to try to rush it up the ice once again. Couldn't get by the Nashville forecheckers, and that forces Kelly to come back in his zone. Ryan, MacArthur. Puck along the wall, Yossi. That was Watson, rather. Plays it down low for Ekholm, who finds Watson back again in neutral ice. Watson across the blue line. Puck at the point, Ekholm. McLeod a shot, scores! And just like that, Nashville gets on the board first. Looks like Vernon Fiddler out front got a stick on it. And a trickler past Anderson, as McLeod just spun and shot that puck. Fiddler with the active stick, the screen out in front, gets Anderson a little bit twisted up. And it goes post and in. Look at that view. It actually looks like Anderson might have knocked it in himself after it hits the post. But either way, Nashville with the 1-goal lead. And that's a huge goal late in the second period. Ottawa coming on with all sorts of pressure, and Nashville able to find a seam through the Ottawa defense and get on the board here first. Forsberg, Sissons, down low to Auberg. Sissons, shot stopped by Anderson, was drifting back a little bit. Nonetheless, a good save. Sissons, Subban, Auberg, Nashville buzzing all over the Ottawa defense. Out in front, a shot not stopped by Anderson. And Ottawa desperately trying to get it out with the dying seconds of the second period. And fans, players, and coaching staff alike will be disappointed as Ottawa down 1-0 after a fluke goal past Anderson. Chances for Ottawa, could not solve Rene. We'll see if they can do it in the third period. Stay tuned, folks. Welcome back to this third and potentially final period of this hockey game. Ottawa out shooting Nashville 12-11 through 40 minutes of play, and out hitting Nashville 15-6. We'll see if Ottawa can get an answer after Nashville took the lead late in the second period, and on the doorstep was Auberg. Anderson had to make a great save there. Crowd on their feet to start period number 3. Tura is trying to slice through, couldn't quite get there. And a common theme in this game has been traffic to the net. We've seen Ottawa with their spurt, their offensive spurt in period number 2 rather, where they had all kinds of traffic, all kinds of pressure all around the net. And that's led to a lot of offensive chances, and you see Nashville doing the same to get their goal, and Vernon Fiddler picking up the goal. Puck at the point, MacArthur bumped off the puck, Arvidsson takes it over. Turris almost turns it away. And still fighting for it. Puck knocked below the goal line. And it's Subban. Looking for a headman pass. He gets it. Takes the heavy hit to make a play. But he's able to get it out. Scramble in the neutral zone. Yarncrook. Twists and turns. Find Gaudreau. Rink wide. Smith, point, Gaudreau, couldn't get a shot away. Here's a shot by Yarncrook. And he's had some decent looks tonight, but just not able to get it through sticks and skates. And here you see the heavy hit on Frederick Goodrow, the youngster, drawing in the lineup for Nashville. Done a terrific job here in this playoffs so far on this second line. Smith finds Phaneuf. He'll try to move it down ice. Intercepted by Smith. Still fighting for it. Makes its way to Ceci. And in comes Ottawa. Smith. Stone scores! Derek Brassard! And a pretty play by Ottawa makes Nashville pay. We're all tied up at 1. What a great transition play deep into the Ottawa end. Phaneuf looked to be in trouble. Found a passing lane to Cody Ceci across the ice. And a quick pass up to Smith, to Stone, and then to Brassard. And Ottawa finds the equalizer. Great puck transition. If you can't beat him with grit, might as well be a little bit fancy about it. And Ottawa does just that, and they certainly have the firepower to do so. As Stone and company were shut out in game number 1, and definitely looking to avoid that in game number 2. Ellis across the line at the right dot. Finds Yossi at the point. A shot tipped on the way through, just goes wide of the net. And McLeod pinning Peugeot in behind the net. Phaneuf with Watson all over him. Phaneuf really started that play for the Ottawa goal. And in comes Hoffman. He's got Peugeot down the right side. Back to Hoffman. And he scores! Mike Hoffman! And just like that, Ottawa takes the lead. Phaneuf, another quick play in his own zone. This time he'll pick up an assist as the give and go with Peugeot and Hoffman. Gets the puck in behind Rene inside the goal. And we've got a 2-1 hockey game. And as soon as you saw that 2-on-1 develop, two guys like Peugeot and Hoffman, Peugeot who's had a 4-goal game in these playoffs, including an overtime game winner against the Rangers, weren't going to miss a chance like that. And another fancy play on the part of Ottawa makes Nashville pay. And this crowd is buzzing in the nation's capital. Sissons across the line looking for the tying goal. McLeod a shot, didn't quite get it through, and Pyatt gathers the puck. Finds Hoffman. And another, we've mentioned off the top of this broadcast, Mike Hoffman is going to have a huge playoff if Ottawa are going to have a chance in this series, and he shows why he's such a big part of this team. Speed and scoring, that's what he provides. A shot, I believe that was Weber stepping up, and just goes past the left shoulder of Anderson. Out comes Ottawa. Clayson to Dzingel. Hits the Nashville blue line. Poked by Yossi. Backtracks to Kelly. Dzingel, a shot. Stopped by Rene. And he plays it off behind his own net, where it's taken away by Nashville. Here's Auberg with Forsberg. Auberg, shot. And that one goes wide. Might have glanced off the stick. And the puck goes rink wide to Dzingel. Looking for Stallberg right down center. Couldn't quite get it to him. And in comes Forsberg. Fisher. Auberg. Shot it wide. What a chance for Pontus Auberg. Great A scoring chance. Another chance by Auberg as he flicks it on goal. And Anderson with the save. And those are chances that come back to haunt you. Here's another look at the chance by Dzingel. Rene still locked in this game, although he's given up the last 2 goals. And what a comeback it is for Ottawa. And Nashville desperately chasing from behind. Fisher. Smith takes it away. Smith, a shot stopped by Rene. And that one just goes wide off the rebound. Brassard in behind the net. Ceci, point to Phaneuf. Here's a break for Nashville. It's Arvidsson, shot, stopped by Anderson, and it's ruled no goal as Arvidsson crashing the net in the dying minute of this third period. And we'll see what's the call. It looks like it was carried across the line with the body of Arvidsson. I don't see any distinct kicking motion. And it looks like it's ruled no goal. I stand corrected, and Nashville still down by a goal. Here's Fisher, or Yarncrook rather, shot by Goodrow as Yarncrook punched its way through past the Ottawa defense, and Anderson with the alert save there. And you can bet they'll be talking about that disallowed goal on NHL Network tonight. Nashville with a chance to tie this game up. Just comes up short. Here's a shot off the draw, and they do tie it up. Ryan Ellis, what a play by Nashville off the draw. Just like the coaches draw it up. And Ryan Ellis ties it up. Short slide shot, a powerful slap shot. Ottawa's defense a little bit caught off guard off this set play, as this was tic-tac-toe in the net. And we're looking at potentially having some overtime hockey with 31 seconds left to this game. Puck drawn back to Subban. He dumps it in around the net. Carlson going to try to skate it out for Ottawa. Finds Mathot. Peels back in the neutral zone. Looking at Turris. Caught by the Nashville defense. Yarncrook. It's a 2-on-1. Goodrow. Shot off the leg and wide. Carlson in behind the net. Battling out with Smith. Yarncrook. Dying seconds here in this third period. And that will do it. After 60 minutes of play, we've solved nothing. A 2-2 hockey game. Ottawa coming back from behind, getting the lead at 2-1. And Nashville with 30 seconds left. Ryan Ellis, their hero. And we'll see what overtime brings. Hopefully promising plays like these. Stay tuned, folks. Shots tied at 17 each. And so is the scoreboard. We're tied at 2. Starting this first overtime period. Ottawa leading the hit department 21-11. And they'll be looking to maintain the pressure here throughout overtime. We're underway in the nation's capital. Fans on their feet despite giving up a late goal. And we'll see if the Ottawa can pull it off here at home in game number 2. Forsberg cutting to goal. Carlson takes it, chips it out. That one bounces off Ekholm with MacArthur racing down the ice. And he gets caught. Here's Turris. A shot on goal, and that one is turned away by Rene. Great chance by Ottawa. Ottawa with a 7-1 record through the 2017 playoffs. Here's a chance by Nashville. A shot from the high slot. Turned out by Anderson. But Ottawa with a 7-1 record in overtime these playoffs, and they've relied somewhat heavily on overtime to get past in the next round. Here's Yoski stepping up, and he can get a shot away, and Carlson leads the rush back the other way between the leg. What a move! Brassard in, stopped by Rene. What a chance for Derek Brassard. The little shimmy shake, and he can get past Rene. As I was saying, the Nashville Predators with only a 2-1 record, so fewer playoff experiences on for their part, but it's got them here nonetheless. Stone trying to feed Brassard across, and he whiffs on the shot. Neal and Brassard just inside the Ottawa line, and out comes Ottawa. Brassard across the line. Smith, shot blocked on its way. And that puck never got through to Rene. Phaneuf, Smith couldn't get a shot off. And out comes Nashville. Neal poked off his stick by Phaneuf. Smith to Ceci. Tries to feed it down low to Pyatt. Yossi got in the way there. And Pyatt holds up Yossi along the wall. Finds Ellis. The late game heroics tying up this game at 2 apiece. Weidman in the Ottawa end to Pyatt. Hoffman tries to feed it down low. Couldn't quite get it through, and out comes Nashville. Yarncrook across the line, and this one is whistled down offside, as McLeod is just a step ahead of the play. Ottawa getting the first shot on goal of this period. We'll see a great look here. Turris with the quick release trying to fool Rene, and he's up to the task as he was all game long in game number 1, and for the most part in game number 2. Puck flicked in by Stallberg. In around the net. Irwin to Watson. Good breakout by Nashville. Trying to punch her way in to the Ottawa zone. Stallberg gets in the way, and out comes Ottawa. Here's the Zingle. Point to Weidman, looking in. Weidman shot off the leg, never got to the goal. The Zingle, Kelly, Weidman. The Zingle again. He's got room. Stallberg, a shot. Right pad save by Rene. And out comes Nashville. Kelly down the wall to Stallberg, trying to get around Weber. Looking to the Zingle across. And he fed a pass through that was taken away by Nashville. Both teams playing tight defensively here. Stallberg to Ryan, a shot stopped by Rene. But Ottawa may be getting the better transitions, and that's led to some scoring chances on their part. Here's a great look at the last save by Rene. Stallberg just spun and shot that puck. And Rene with the answer. Puck is drawn by Turris. He's back on it. Point to Phaneuf. Ceci, a shot. That one just goes wide. What a rip by Cody Ceci from the point. MacArthur in behind the goal line, trying to walk away with it. Puck makes its way to Rene, who plays it off to Ekholm. Subban up to Auberg. Peels at the point. Auberg walks in. Shot by Anderson. Bobbles it. Jumps on the rebound and plays it off to Ryan. Phaneuf give and go with Brassard. And MacArthur, Ryan, a shot. Stopped by Rene. Puck is bouncing out in front. And Nashville takes care of it. Leading that one away. Turris feeds Ryan down the left side. Outnumbered attack by Ottawa, and they're unable to punch through the Nashville defense, and they peel back into their defensive zone. Peugeot bumped off of the puck by Ekholm. Auberg across the ice to Arvidsson. He's got a step. Arvidsson, a shot. Stopped by Anderson. And he plays it off again to Mathot. Peugeot. MacArthur. Puck is chipped in deep inside the Ottawa end. Neal in on Mathot. Pyatt skates it across the ice. Finds Hoffman up the wall. Peugeot back to Pyatt. Shot. Stopped by Rene. Hoffman, another shot. And that one is blocked away by Weber. Ottawa's forecheckers all over that one. Hoffman, a shot, and that one's gloved down by Rene. The quick play. Peugeot, Pyatt, and Hoffman connecting and unable to get a puck past Rene. And we are still tied here in the last minute of this overtime period. 19.3 seconds left to be exact. Off the draw, Smith to Brassard, I believe, and he just couldn't get a stick on that one. Great chance for Derek Brassard. Goodrow down the ice, and that'll just about do it for overtime number 1. And both teams unable to get one by these netminders, and they'll try it again after this intermission. Welcome back to this second installment of the overtime hockey between the Nashville Predators and Ottawa Senators. Ottawa leading in the shot department 23-20 after 4 periods. And out hitting Nashville by a wide margin, 31-14. And Ottawa desperately looking for a win tonight. Nashville not making it easy on them. And here they come, Sissons across the line. Methot gets tripped up. And we'll see our first power play of the game coming soon. MacArthur across, couldn't feed Ryan across as Nashville was collapsing in front of Rene. And Auberg is headed to the box for tripping. He's trying to get a break on goal. Auberg trying to sneak its way through, couldn't quite do it. And he takes down Methot. And Ottawa's power play, not a whole lot of practice, but when they do use it, they've looked really good this year so far. Let's see if they can do it again here. Stone, Peugeot, point to Ceci, moves in. Ceci, a shot, that one goes wide. And MacArthur on that one. Finding with Yossi. MacArthur off the wall. MacArthur, a shot, that one goes wide again. MacArthur out in front, and a stop made by Rene. And Auberg out of the box. Out comes Nashville. Across, Auberg couldn't get it to go. And back comes Ottawa. MacArthur. And a good kill by the Nashville Predators. MacArthur along the wall. Finds Stone. And cross. MacArthur, a chance on goal. And Rene with the save once again. And MacArthur all over the ice, putting pucks on goal. He missed one earlier, but he's got the last 2 shots for Ottawa. And anxious moments here in Canadian Tire Center. Fisher and Smith at the draw. Smith ties him up. Phaneuf, give and go. Phaneuf, shot on goal, and that one is stopped by Rene. And he selects to freeze the puck again. This time, face off to the right of Pekka Rene. Fisher and Smith meeting again at the dot. Puck is dropped and face off won by Nashville. Fisher looking down the ice to Arvidsson. He's got Neal on the left side. Neal, shot, stopped by Anderson, in tight. Neal turned away, and out comes Ottawa. Stone trying to get past Yossi, couldn't quite get it to go. Brassard in. A pass out in front, and MacArthur turned away again by Rene. Chances at either end. And no one's been able to put a puck past these netminders. Kelly, Stone, Carlson from the point. A shot just goes wide off the end wall. Bounces right back to Rene. And he holds that one. Just past halfway through this second overtime period. And Ottawa unable to capitalize on their chances. But all over Nashville. Kelly draws it back to Methot. A shot off the blocker and into the corner. That goes. Irwin takes it out for Nashville. Finds Forsberg across the line. Sissons, a shot. Stopped by Anderson. A rebound off the side of the net. Carlson gets it out. And moves it up to the Zingle. Methot, Stallberg, the Zingle. Couldn't get a shot through, and in comes Forsberg on Methot. Forsberg cutting out in front. Shot stopped by Anderson. Auberg with the quick slap shot. Sissons out in front. Shot. Another save by Anderson. Forsberg. This time point blank in the low slot. And Anderson says no. In comes Bobby Ryan. Trying to get across. He draws a penalty, and with 5:31 left to overtime number 2, Ottawa gets their second power play of the game. And second power play of the period. This time Matt Irwin headed to the box with Ryan racing down in on Rene. And this earlier power play really opened things up this game. Here's Phaneuf trying to move in, couldn't get a shot away, and Ekholm is going to dump that one out. As I was saying, this first power play really opened things up for either team this game. We'll see what they can do here. Here's Ryan across the line. Shot, scores! Mike Hoffman, the overtime hero. And the power play comes through for Ottawa. And what a great overtime period that was. Either teams with chances, but Mike Hoffman, Johnny on the spot, picks up the loose puck after Ryan fans on the shot and puts it past Rene. And they say you're never in trouble as long as you don't lose a game at home. And Ottawa's done so already in game 1, and they really couldn't afford to lose another one here in Ottawa. And what a fantastic game that was. Ellis, the late tying goal. And with the cherry on top, Hoffman with the game winner. And we'll catch you back for game 3. Have a good one, folks.